Alright, what is up you guys? My name is Jovani and behind me is my new project truck, and if you haven't guessed by the title yet, yes, we're going to be LS swapping it, and yes, I'm going to be showing you guys everything you need to do to LS swap a square body Chevy. So I got a lot of comments on my last video that I did for you guys, which is how to LS swap any vehicle. What that video was meant to be was just kind of like an overall guide for anyone that's never swapped a car before, looking to swap a car. Just a very light overview of everything you're gonna need to swap it. I got a lot of comments talking about how it wasn't as detailed as they like it to be. So I figured the best way to show you guys is to just go ahead and do it. Some of you guys learn better from example, so this is what we're gonna do with this truck. This is a 1985 Chevy C20. So it's a 3/4 ton model, but it's pretty much the same as a C10 or the GMC equivalent. So in this video, I'm just gonna be doing kind of a quick overview of the truck. I'm gonna be going over all the parts that we're gonna need to buy, and I actually already have some of the parts so I can show them to you. And as always, there's gonna be a link in the description showing you guys a parts list. I'll have links to both Amazon and eBay pages, whichever one you guys prefer. And I always try to find the cheapest, most affordable parts, and they're parts that I always use. So let's go ahead and take a walk around the truck. I'll dive in a little bit more of everything we're gonna need to get in order to swap this truck. Alright, so as mentioned before, this is a C20 pickup. It is a long bed truck. Overall, decent condition. Body's pretty straight. You know, it's just a good old farm truck. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood open for you guys to see what's in there now. And we'll talk about kind of what the game plan for this truck is. Alright, so if we take a look in here, what we have is a small block 350. This is actually a big block truck. What would have been in here is, I believe, a 454 big block, but that has since been replaced for a 350 engine. This engine is smoking quite a bit. It's pretty much non-runnable at this point, so that's why I've gone ahead and decided that we're going to go ahead and LS swap this truck, and most likely I'll be flipping this truck and trying to make a little bit of money off of it. So being that this was a big block truck, one of the nice things is that it's retained its factory turbo 400 transmission. So this truck actually does have a rebuilt, I think it's actually built a little better than stock turbo 400 transmission. This truck also has a nice custom exhaust, and I believe on the C20 trucks the rear end is actually bigger than on the half-ton trucks. So overall, the truck isn't in bad condition. It definitely does have some dings and dents on the side of it, but I think overall LS swapping this is gonna just be a nice kind of farm truck, sleeper kind of build. And it's a truck that's very common, and I think it's something that, you know, a lot of you probably have or can get your hands on, and it's a good kind of base platform to start off with. So in keeping with the spirit of my How to LS Swap Any Vehicle series, in this video I'm going to be kind of giving you guys an overview, kind of like how I did in the last video with the step-by-step thing, and following those steps that I had in that video. So obviously step one, like I said in that video, is to get your engine. And so this right here is just a really simple basic 4.8 junkyard motor. I actually paid $250 for this engine. It was just the bare block and heads, and as you can see, I've already taken the heads off. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a really good deal on an engine. Other times there's a reason why they're selling it for $250. In this case, it's not the best, but it'll work. Let's see, if you take a look at these pistons, and I don't know how well we're gonna be able to see, and I can't spin the crank right now, but some of these pistons have a little bit of ringland damage. That one does, and I know that this one has a little bit there, and also that one is actually the worst of them all. That one, I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you look at the top of the piston here, you can see that it's oblong or kind of missing a piece. So this engine had some ringland damage. I've already gone ahead and moved the rotating assembly and everything. The cylinder walls are actually in decent condition. Nothing that a little dingle ball hone won't take out, and I'll be going over that whole process with you guys when we get down to building this. And since I don't want these pistons will probably smoke up a storm as soon as you run them. What I've already purchased is a new set of pistons. These pistons I think came in under $100 on eBay. I'll link you guys to them below. I think they're about $89. super cheap. So we'll definitely be testing these out. I haven't used these particular ones before, but they should be fine. This is not gonna be a turbo build or anything. This is gonna be a stock rebuild. And as you can see by the dust on everything, I've had these for a little while in preparation for this build. What's in this box is probably my favorite set of OEM gaskets that I buy. They're from a seller called Domestic Gaskets. And this particular set is $49.99 free shipping. Of course, I'm gonna link everything in the description below, but this is the part number for this particular set. And this one is just the head gasket set. These are just OEM replacement head gaskets. I guess they're not OEM, but they're aftermarket OEM replacement head gaskets. And what's nice is not only do you get the head gaskets themselves, but they also send you every seal you need for the top end of the motor. So in here we have our intake gasket, we have exhaust gaskets, various seals, O-ring seals, throttle body seals. It even has new galley seals. Basically everything from the heads up on the motor, it has a seal for. So for 50 bucks, it's actually a really good deal. And the nice thing is I always end up having extra stuff. So I have like 2 or 3 of these top end kits available at any time. In case anything ever goes bad, I always have extras. Now, part 2 of the How to LS Swap Any Vehicle series is engine mounts. And since this truck did come with both a big block and a small block engine, I'm gonna be using my favorite small block Chevy to LS conversion plates. These ones are, I believe, ICT billet. They're about $50, link down in the description below. Super simple. You bolt this plate to the engine, you bolt the small block Chevy engine mount to this, and bada bing bada boom, you got your engine in your truck. Alright, so if you guys did watch the How to LS Swap Any Vehicle video, you would know that step 3 is choose your transmission. So luckily for me, that truck does have a good working TH400 transmission. The only caveat is that I have to get a crank spacer. So the crank spacer adapter is just this simple machined piece, and all it really does is give the torque converter and flex plate the proper spacing between each other, and just allows the TH400 to fit properly with the flex plate that the LS has. The TH400 and TH350 transmissions both bolt directly to the LS motor. They share the same bell housing pattern. However, the crank spacing is just a little bit off, so that's why you need this guy. Now, this is just one option if you're gonna bolt to a TH400. You can also get the actual flex plate that has the spacing built into it, but this is like a $30 or $40 part. This is what I'm gonna try. I've never used a TH400 with an LS before, but this seemed like the cheapest, most affordable option, and we'll see if it works in the long run. All right, so the next step is wiring. I'm just gonna be using a stock harness I pulled out of the junkyard. As you can see, I've already started kind of stripping it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to film some of this for you guys and do a kind of simple wiring video. I know that a lot of you guys are wanting to run the stock harness, and I have a ton of information, stuff that I've kind of built myself. I have a lot of spreadsheets and stuff showing like the proper pins and stuff you guys need to do. So I want to share that with you guys, and that'll be coming in a later video once we get deeper into this project. I'm gonna be using stock computer, stock harness, just stripping it down and making it a standalone, and then I'll be showing you guys kind of how I do that in HP Tuners to flash the stock computer. So wiring, pretty simple. I believe the next step is fueling. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna refer you guys to another video that I have, which is my LS Swap fuel systems video. That'll be right here or in the description down below. But basically, I'm gonna keep it super simple. I'm gonna keep the stock C10 tank. I'm just gonna be adding a return fitting to the tank, and I believe the intake that I have for this engine is the one with a return on it. Really simple. I'm just gonna be sending the return back to that tank. For a fuel pump, I'm gonna be using the exact one that I have in that video, so if you guys want more information on that, check out that video. So if everything goes to plan, that's pretty much all the parts I think I'll need. I'll probably end up getting some LS Swap headers for this. I'm gonna see if the stock ones will fit, and I'll try to kind of run the exhaust up to those. If not, we'll kind of figure that out together. But other than that, that's pretty much, I think, all I need. I'll be able to keep the factory tachometer and speedometer. Those should both work because those are coming off the transmission. There are a couple other things, oil pressure, I'm sure I can find some cheap gauges or something for. But altogether, that should be just about all the parts I need. Hopefully I don't run into any major issues, but this should be pretty much the simplest swap I've done so far. And I'm excited to do this with you guys and film all of it for you guys. And hopefully it'll make it easier for you guys that are trying to LS swap one of these trucks or a truck similar, or even a Chevy car that's similar. But I think that's about all I have for you guys today. And if you're excited about this video, go ahead and leave it a like. In order to follow the progress, make sure you subscribe to the channel after this video. And if you guys haven't yet, go watch the other videos on the channel. Those should kind of get you started and give you a little bit more info on how to do things yourself, how to LS swap vehicles in a little more detail. Once again, I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions for me, as always, here's my Instagram. You can hit me up at any time. I usually get back to everyone that hits me up. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm excited to see you guys in the next video. I'll probably be building that other engine, dropping those pistons in and assembling it and pulling this guy out and dropping it in. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.